Nah. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. You are now tuned into 72.1 FM. It's your host with the most, Mitchy Bravo, a.k.a. the Geeky Africano, a.k.a. the head honcho, you know, game called like Toronto. You know what I'm saying? That's put on my granny soul. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. And I'm right here with Sir. Shoot yourself.
Marty Heem Cherry.
Marty Heem Cherry. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Marty Heem Cherry. Now, my man, I've been able to see you for some time. Probably around the same time I discovered Cool Klux Klan. You'll see Sir EU, Cal Rips, Adrian Andromeda, rest in peace, that whole crew. So around that time, I was like 18, 19 when I discovered you. You know what I mean? I'm 25 now. Now, you claim you're the best rapper in DC, which I feel like you have honestly a strong case for. A very strong case for. I've seen you freestyle live, I've seen you rap. I've heard the little, videos you had on Instagram and everything like that.
I feel like, bro.
It's talent.
Appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I genuinely believe that. So, state your case. Like, what propelled you to believe that you're the best rapper in DC, to make that your Instagram and Twitter handle, and really just push that brand forward, let people know?
I feel like the question you most so ask me is like, how that even came about, and
yeah, exactly.
It came about organically from literally existing and seeing like people who make music that were 15, 16, 17, 18
right
when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
And I kind of got plugged into that through going to Girard Recreation Center up in like Northwest. 13 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Before, like, it was like an SYEP program, but like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, more so.
What do you do?
I was saying when I was young, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, through seeing all that and me making music myself, and like, kind of really seeing what like hip hop culture was, and kind of basically like becoming like a conduit.
Yeah.
Like, or like, I don't know, whatever word, how
like kind of like a.
That's how that works. And then, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? I started moving like I am attempting to make the best music that I can make personally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living in myself. That's one thing about me, bro, with this shit, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
I feel that.
And like before I met AV, cause see, Evian Andromeda introduced me to EU.
So rest in peace, rest in peace.
But before I met AV, you know what I'm saying, who I met, I think up at the Girard Rap, you know what I'm saying, music program. You know what I'm saying? Before I met him, I was like trying to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now I make music myself, so I understand like the formation as far as like, seeing something that somebody else did and that being like the life in the match that kind of sparks the fire in you to create, you know what I mean? Who was that first artist for you that you saw that made you feel like, okay, this is what I want to do and I can do it. I'm going to go pursue this.
I mean, you ask him like, as like a career or like inspiration?
Like a career, both. You can say both. Career and inspiration.
Well, I would say like the first artist that ever like inspired me was like Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Cause I used to like try to dance with my family like Michael Jackson when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like 5 years old, 6 years old.
I feel that. I was the same shit.
Routines and shit, like,
Yeah, the whole beat and shit. I know that shit off.
Like the little Eddie Murphy skit in that comedy joint.
Yeah, remember the time.
When he was like trying to, one of the comedy joints, he tried to get his family to watch him, like, hey, watch me do some shit.
Okay.
That's what I was on. But then I say it was this artist from DC called Alcatraz. I met him up at Direct too, and like he was just doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Traveling, doing shit. So, like, I went to LA when I was like 14.
14? Right.
Yeah, like 14 probably.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was in like trying to go to like Warner and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see.
So
now, you have anything else you want to add to that?
No, that's it.
Right. So, as far as music wise, I got hit to you singing at the Dwell about last year. My boy Sam, shout out Great Ape Sam, my man on Instagram, you feel me? Phenomenal photographer, great DJ, holla at your boy. Now he was DJing at an event for I think 369, you know, Foster, Aurora, all them peoples. They threw at an event at Dwell, and we came to show my man Sam. When we seen you rapping, I think it was after the last set. Last set I think was Sir E Within His Haze, and people just kind of throwing the mic around. My man, just on Instagram, I think it's Judagu_AB. He was like making beats live. He started rapping a little bit. Actually, I had that on my story, my archives. You feel me? And that was when I first got hit to you. I was like, oh shit, this dude. Cause I freestyle all music too. So it's a real art. It's basically like your lifestyle. Pretty much like, you know, you're putting the ins and outs of who you are, you know, out there, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, when I seen that kind of started respecting me. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker real. So basically, what's the creative process like for you when you make a song? Cause I've heard the Instagram snippets, you know what I'm saying? I've heard a few things here and there, but I'll admit I have yet to really fully dive into like it's not the thing what you got going on as an artist. So for the people out there, like how would you describe yourself? How would you market yourself to the, you know, the consumer, the average consumer? That makes sense.
It's like I know that when I make music, like, I know I listen to a lot of music. Like,
right.
I really study music, all types of music, and specifically all types of hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From like Lil Keat and them to like African Bambaataa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole spectrum.
A lot of shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Tech Yes.
Okay.
Like, and like, bro, I'm not playing, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, I believe you.
I'm not really playing like with music, and like I really love music, bro.
You said.
And I just make good music, bro. And I listen to good music, bro. I listen to Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, the Commodores, like, little doo-wop groups, Aretha Franklin. I listen to everything, bro. I listen to everything that's good. Anything that sounds good. I be playing Jay-Z, I be playing Biggie, One More Chance, like, cause bro, certain songs it just couldn't. It's like, damn, like he really expressed that thought. You know what I'm saying? And like songs is really be on that shit. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also got the weight on my shoulders of like modern time. So that's what I go in when I make a song. That's what I think about. I think about all of it. Think about like the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like get the crowd to move with me first off. I make music. I'm making music, not a speech, and then I fucking also like just try to like be relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you got a top 5? Like favorite artists, favorite rappers, favorite whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like just artists on top of my head is just like, I mean, Jay-Z got like songs that are just really clear. Jay-Z, Andre 3000, Kanye West, Drake, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Uzi.
Jamming right now, I ain't gonna lose.
What the fuck else? I don't know, bro. Like, that shit y'all like.
It's difficult. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, it's not difficult. It's like, just right now, I ain't really thinking about that shit. Cause it's like, you y'all like, was like, they cranking, and I'm like, anything else on this shit. Maybe if I put the shades back on, you know what I'm saying?
I get back in your bag.
I could think like, so I would say like, my top 10 lyricists.
Maybe some pearl
well,
tips too.
I'm not even gonna say lyricists, bro, but just like music where they contributed. Like you gotta get out their way. Jay-Z, Kanye, Nas, Biggie, Young Thug.
For sure. He slept on. He got layered bars, my nigga. Young Thug got layered bars. You heard it here first.
Lil Wayne,
the GOAT.
Drake, Kendrick Lamar. What's next? There's some legend. Andre 3000.
Andre, 3 Stacks is great.
Well, Outkast, I should say.
Outkast together, the Big Boy.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is top 5 ever.
For sure. You got a favorite Wu-Tang member?
Because their music is very complex. Like, it don't get old. Like,
Oh yeah, they got it.
You know what I'm saying?
There's science to it. Yeah.
And I've recently just seen that because I don't crank Wu-Tang every day, but
Right.
I just kind of like listen to this shit again, you know, the TV show.
Nah, I feel you respect the impact, and from now and again, you take the time to appreciate the shit. Like, you got a favorite Wu-Tang member? Because mine, like, yo, Ghostface. That's my nigga right there. I think we talk some pimp talk. I fuck with Ghostface. You got a favorite Wu-Tang member?
My favorite is like, I'm gonna say my favorite album of Wu-Tang right now on record is like Cuban Links.
Cuban Links.
But you know, Ghostface got a lot of verses on there.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Raekwon, so.
Yeah, Raekwon is that nigga too. Raekwon is shit. If you haven't heard that shit, check that Purple tape. You know what I'm saying? Only built for Cuban Links. That shit fire. Now, I also got hip to you because I might sound wild for this. I know I'm a real nigga, whatever. I talk with lingo, jiggy, I'm all that. But like, you know what I'm saying? But also, I'm a guy that I'm pretty into fashion. You know, I try my best to trip. You know, JW Anderson on all that shit. But fucking I seen you on the Meeps page modeling. Yeah. So, what kind of impact, what kind of role does fashion play in your everyday life?
I mean, Meeps is like a staple in DC
Sure.
for people that just kind of grew up in the last 10 years, kind of into adulthood. It's like you just walk around the city. That's when you run into Meeps, they got fly shit. So through that, and over time with me being a rapper and stuff, I ended up modeling for Meeps.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we're about to be doing a lot of more stuff with Meeps. I think Meeps is gonna be a staple for upcoming designers in the city to be able to sell their stuff in a storefront.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No questions asked.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of people with brands and stuff in the city.
We got one right here too. Shout out SIC'EM.Inc. You hear me?
You did.
Yeah, Meeps is gonna be a place where people can do that.
Yeah. Nice. Mitchie, nice to meet you.
Hold on, interview.
Yeah, it's all good, buddy. Hey, show some love. It's all good, bro. It's all love here. Yeah, nah, I feel you on that. Now, I'll salute you. You a pretty fly nigga, in my opinion. I salute your personal style. How would you describe it? What are the certain things you like look for as far as like clothes that speak to you, and do you have any favorite brands, things like that you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, and actually answer your first question because I just got it in music. It's like, man, fashion is like you really trying to express yourself through what you wearing. You know what I'm saying? And like me, I'm really from the city, so niggas can get robbed and killed for what the fuck they wearing, bro. And
That's facts.
I'm like,
That's facts.
I'm not always walking in the area that's populated. Like sometimes I really be walking through hoods that's like I'm not from around there. Like I be with my men, bro. We like 6 deep and we all wearing some shit that don't nobody look like us. We looking wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And 6 deep better than 1 deep, but you know it's like in the city it's like when you wearing shit like this, bro. You would get tried for that shit, bro. Pressed for that shit, bro. But it's like, I just did that shit, bro, because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just be me, bro.
Right.
And like, I've been wearing clothes like this before I had dreads, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Nah, I feel that.
just like all different types of shit, Spurries, bro, everything. I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, you know, like, that hipster wave, that urban outfitter shit, we was on that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And like niggas was wearing phones. I got my first pair of phones in like 2011.
Or my first pair was the Phoenix Suns.
I got my first pair of Jordans as like a man, like 2010.
Okay, yeah.
So I wasn't really cracking them like that, like all middle school and shit.
I feel that.
The J's and shit, but you know.
I was more like a hyper dunks, like SB's kind of person for the person. I didn't really get into J's like I was like grown, like 20 years old type shit. You know? But I had a question, and I ain't gonna hold you. Oh no, I remember it now. So So, are you DC born and raised?
Yeah, I'm a 5th generation Washingtonian.
Okay, and what part DC from?
I was born in Northwest.
Northwest?
Yeah.
And where you stay at now?
I live in Northeast.
Northeast. Now, DC is a very, unique place. Culturally, all that. We're trendsetters for sure. People gotta pay respects, man. DC started a lot of this motherfucking shit. Y'all gotta pay y'all respects. But like, DC, is known for trendsetting. It's known for being original as far as the lingo, the fashion, the music, go-go, all that shit. What was your experience like growing up in DC, and how do you feel like it's changed from how you saw as a kid to now in the gentrification era?
I was young when the city was ratchet as fuck. So,
How old are you?
25.
25, we same age. Yeah, I feel you.
My birthday was in September.
So he's hip
Mine's
to like
July. I feel you.
the caravans.
During my time, it was still ratchet and shit.
Right.
I was a part of like the foundation of what all these people in the future can be able to experience and say. Because I believe that the wave that be EU, Napa, Khan, Wi-Fi God,
Right.
Babby, Opening, like the wave that all that's creating, I think that's an extension of something that was before. And we walk in the footsteps of everything that was before us in DC, man. And it's like, I kind of showed off right now.
I feel what you're saying.
What was you asking about, like setting the trend or some shit?
Oh no, I was just saying like, how do you feel like DC's like changed for you from like how you saw it growing up to like to right now?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like I stepped off into this art world, bro. Like I went to Duke Ellington and shit.
Okay.
I got to see like DC. I was fucking with GW people when I was like 15.
My man's on the camera.
Hey, you did.
I was like 15 years old up GW, bro, smoking gas and shit.
Right.
And like I just got to see a lot of DC shit, bro. Like shit that we can talk about like off camera, like you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
It's like, bro, it's like you see a whole city, and it's the capital of the United States, and so what I saw was like the city become safer, but only because there was more police and shit like that because of gentrification. And I mean, I'll tell you honestly, from my perspective, of course I see like all the race relations and stuff that come with gentrification, but the thing that I notice most is like the businesses. Like the businesses that be opening up, they just be like closing down because like nobody be fucking with them. They be selling good merchandise and stuff or plants or whatever that they selling, but food even, you know what I'm saying? Like organic grocery store, but they close down because nobody fucking. So that's when I think of gentrification. That's what I think about first is like the businesses that open up and close because they open up in a place where they don't know anything about.
I feel what you're saying. Shit, that was a great answer. I ain't gonna hold you. That threw me off a little bit. But cut that out. But do you have any projects you're working on currently? You're an artist. You know what I mean. I know you take your craft very, very seriously. It's basically you've adopted it as your lifestyle, your life form. You know what I mean. From to your fashion sense, to the way you carry yourself, to the word choice, everything. I can tell your whole essence is, not defined by your art, but complementary with your art, And so, what's the next move? Like, what you got working on right now? You working on a project? You just trying to put music out? Like, what's the move for Marty Heem Cherry right now?
I definitely have like many projects that I'm working on. Right now, I am focused on, like really in this very moment, focused on videos and recording my upcoming project. And I'm also always just trying to find like who I am, period, with music. Because so much to say. For real.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? And I thank you for talking to me.
Hey man, that's what we do.
My man.
That's what we do. Nigga, we regular niggas out here. We jiggy niggas just trying, you know what I'm saying? Spread the word, show love and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, man. You been seeing me, man. You been seeing me. You know AV, you know EU.
Hell yeah, rest in peace, man.
So
Shout out
you know where it all started. Up
Mhm.
on Georgia Ave, Everlasting.
Absolutely.
And then SIC'EM house parties, and I was like 14, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was 11 years ago.
Hell yeah.
And the thing about me, you know what I'm saying? I still look young, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, man.
you know, I was smack the shit. I was smack the shit in the house the other day and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like hearing this voice in my head and shit. And it was like just affirming the presence of like, man, you right on time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's fine time.
You right on time, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
Cause like I said, niggas paid away, bro.
Yeah. I feel it.
Niggas paid away, bro. And we still going, bro. Like niggas getting paid and shit. Niggas doing shit.
That's what's up.
But at the same time,
Mhm.
I would say that every artist like that would see this, it's really about your spirit. It's really about like conquering the things in your life that you feel you deserve, and seeing what's on the other side. Like you know how sometimes you'll walk in your house and you'll feel like somebody might be in there and shit.
Yeah.
You gotta open the door, bro. You gotta open the door, bro. You can't sit in the jump. You can't sit in the jump.
No
I mean,
bullshit.
you don't wanna be scared and shit, but at the same time with life, bro, you gotta ask questions, bro. Get them answers.
Nah, for sure.
So that you can, or like if you feel like a nigga playing with you, fight.
Like,
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you gotta do it, bro. So that you can see what's on the other side of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely feel that.
As far as liberating yourself, not so much as like being curious, like on some Pandora's box shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit that's not your business, you know, but
Yeah.
the things that you really like feel passionate about, like the things that you really like, cause good people give each other too much space, and because of that, like all the things we want in this world is kind of stagnated because we be like, we find endless reasons to like not speak to each other. You know what
Nah, I
I'm saying?
feel that. I definitely feel that.
Like, you know, so it's just like, bro. And then the thing is, it's like, it's people right now, like as we stand today, that are in places that they shouldn't be in, where other people could be at. And not to say that they shouldn't be there, but it's like, bro, this shit is not easy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's still new. We still figuring this shit out, bro. This shit just started for us.
People don't understand that it's like people invest in music in certain ways,
Yeah.
and because of that, they can't help other people.
Right. Yeah.
It's like having like a financial obligation, and that's why music is kind of the way it is. But it's really on the listeners and shit to really kind of support, because instead of kind of like just eating what's given, you gotta go search for it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. I feel you.
It's all the same.
Right. Nah, I feel you on that. Now, we feel like we've gotten a good glimpse as far as what makes you, like, defines you as a person and what kind of defines you as an artist. What are some things we wouldn't expect about Marty Heem Cherry? Like, what are some things you into that, like, you know, are unique just to you that people wouldn't expect about you?
I mean, people that know me, man, they think I'm a interesting person and shit. But a lot of people, but it's like a lot of people want to know I'm vegan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been like plant-based for like since like 2012 and shit.
Wow, that's a long time.
You know what I mean? And like
Almost 8 years.
yeah, and like I don't necessarily promote that all the time. Like you won't see me posting on my like Instagram like, yeah, I'm eating like this and that. Like I don't really do that, but that is the wave though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody should do that. What else do people want to know?
I don't know, man. Floor's yours.
People wouldn't probably know that I'm good at writing. I mean, some people would know that, but I mean,
I can
if
feel that.
if people pay attention to like what I do, they know all that shit. Cause I'm very transparent with what I do, but if they just see me at shows, how you know how I am with music, it's like you gotta see me to see me. So it's like, shit, man, I don't know.
I feel you, man.
Probably vegan, that's the only.
Nah, I definitely feel that, man. Man, look, man, this has been a great interview. I love the answers you gave me. I feel like you really took the time to kind of open yourself up to people, and we appreciate you for that. Because, you know, we know how hard it is in life, you know what I'm saying, as an adult, just trying to, you know, shed that extra layer and let people see the real raw you that's untouched and, you know what I'm saying, unfiltered. Now, you're a rapper. I make music too, so I know how it be and all that. You know, you take your shit seriously. You got like a 16 quick little freestyle. You want to give the people one time to give them a little sample, a little taste of what you got going on, because you fine. I'll fuck with you.
Yeah,
but
if you play a beat, I'll freestyle right now.
You play a beat?
Yeah.
Who got data? Cause I don't got it. You already know. Hey, follow @out of data. That's my little, you know, drawing graffiti shit.
I'm
you know what I'm
recording, so
saying?
you got like.
But hey, who got a phone with who can play a beat? Actually, fuck it. I play a beat. Fuck it. I got you, my nigga. Hold on. You heard it here first, baby. Hold on, I got you. I got a whole playlist with these joints. Unless you want to go to Acapulco, man, you can go ahead to Acapulco. You be a real nigga for that shit. But I got you.
Trippy ass beat, trippy ass feet. Don't get slipped in the creek. Get the mud off your toes. Huh? So we in the sky flying. Stilettos, pumps. In the club, they fine. Roll up. Roll up in the club, we used to do that. At Ibiza, that shit was crack. Addicted. Cause the feeling that you would get when you would hit that J, you feel like you're hitting the crack pipe in a movie. So truly. High school niggas smoke Scooby. I was like, what the fuck wrong with Goofy? Moving so goofy. With the gloves on. Gloves off, no gloves on. Throw the gloves on.
Them gloves on. Hey.
I was around New York trying to fuck a bitch, nobody had a rubber on them. I'm like, y'all moving different, but that's too expensive. And then you truly get it because you truly with it. Village to village. Alright, I don't know.
Who that is?
That shit was crazy as shit. Just
Go ahead.
What's up?
Yeah, interviewing.
Nah, go ahead, jump in. You got the balls.
I don't even have to. I honestly was just coming in here to see who was down here, but I'm actually trying to go smoke outside.
Like shit.
You trying to share the air real quick?
Yeah.
I'll come back. Cause I see y'all interviewing. Oh shit.
Nah, we about to
I
wrap
see
up.
y'all.
We about to wrap up actually. You know, we had a little freestyle going and shit. I'm turning this shit off so I don't waste my day with you. I got it.
No, let me not interrupt.
No, you good. We appreciate
Got
you.
it, got it.
I fuck with you, my nigga. Man, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
SIC'EM Inc. SIC'EM Worldwide. That's S1CEM.INC. And my boy, you got your social. Anything you want to shout out to the people that can follow you, reach you, let them know right now.
Marty Heem Cherry, the best rapper in DC. On IG, at the best rapper in DC.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's Twitter also, right?
It's the new joint.
The new jump?
This ain't new though. Niggas in the city been throwing this
He did what I was
up.
saying. He did what I was saying.
He
You know what I'm
did.
saying? And then niggas throw it upside.
Oh, all right then.
It's
So
the Marty Heem Cherry.
well, you know what the fuck.
Oh, this
going
joint,
on.
this the like Heem team shit.
That's the Heem team?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm honoring Heem teams because I'm here and I might exist, you feel me? But you already know what the fuck going on. I just dropped my ring. I don't know where the fuck that shit went. I'm about to find that shit. But it's your host with the most, Mitchie Bravo. You already know what the fuck going on. SIC'EM Inc.